a week before taking off for the Olympics, I think is crucial. After the Olympic trials, it's a hard transition going into training. So, trying to stay on top of your feet and not trying to live by your feelings, I think, is the most important thing before we leave. Because this is a time where you get extremely exhausted, extremely tired, and kind of lose sight of what your goal is, and ultimately that's in Rio. So this is the prep week before we leave, is to just stay on top of that.
During these training sessions, we're just working as hard as we can to get the dives to be in a good position where we can go into the competition with a lot of confidence, a lot of just comfort with the dives, no fear of the 10 meter or anything like that. So we're working hard just to get a lot of repetition off, and at weights we're working hard so that we can feel good and peak when we're in the competition at the Olympics.
We're good. Sometimes after the trials, it's really easy to kind of take that dip and the emotions are high, and I feel like we've been able to maintain that really well. And they've had to push through it, and Dave, again, has helped with that, because David, the first thing he told the whole Olympic team at our first meeting on Monday morning, he said, listen, you're not going to want to train right now. It's going to be hard. You're going to want to just, man, that was brutal, and that was the most stressful situation we've ever been in. And he told everybody, but you're going to have to go back and get it done. And that's exactly what he's done. And Steele, as you said, big brother, little brother, just followed along and did his thing. So we're good.
That's what the next 3 weeks after trials did for us. We got to see what we were doing at the Olympic trials and transition that into the pool technically, make these minor tweaks, and that's all it is. Diving is like golf. You make the smallest error and it throws off your entire game, and it's the same as with our sport. So we made some tweaks, and we're diving extremely well right now. We're a little beat up as far as sore and tired, but 3 weeks from now, when the lights come on and we'll represent the United States, we'll be ready for that.
It was definitely a quick switch, a quick turnaround. We did enjoy the moment, we did celebrate, but once we got back to training, the job started again. Now it was time to reset our focus, not just on Olympic trials, but go and do what we did at trials all again at the Olympic Games. And I think we've done a good job at staying focused and just taking everything with a grain of salt and realizing, like, this isn't where my identity is, but I'm going to work as hard as I can while I'm here so that we can perform the best when we're there.
With David and Steele, is it kind of a big brother, little brother sort of dynamic?
Absolutely. Absolutely. David's been down this road before, and Steele, this is his first time, and we really, I've talked to them about that. It's a really good thing, because it allows David to kind of get outside of himself to help teach Steele, and help Steele to get outside of himself and have to ask for help from David, and so it's beautiful. That's what we want. Get outside of yourself.
To be honest, before the Olympic trials, I said I didn't really feel that much pressure, and then when I got to the trials in Indianapolis and the lights came on, there was this pressure. And so after qualifying for the team in the two events that we did, it was kind of like a little weight was lifted, and now we get to go head towards our main goal, what we've been training for the past 4 years in Rio. So it's the same practice, but for some reason, after doing this for 3 Olympic Games, it's still, the lights come on and you still feel that pressure.